Hey, you know what? This is a follow-up to another video that I made. I'll put the title in the description because I don't remember. I hadn't even posted it yet. I hadn't even uploaded it. In that video, I was talking about how when you're beating people over the head with information, and basically, long story short, on how it won't be well received, despite what you may think. One part I wanted to add on that I thought about was how often do you think, I'm gonna just say this, you only see the tip of the iceberg with almost anything that you're looking at. There's almost, I can say this with certainty, there's almost always more than meets the eye, right? So with that being said, thinking about that, you trying to push an agenda, ideology, whatever the case may be, up on a person, if you're just thinking, I'm going to show them because, you know, I know more, whatever your reason it is behind you forcing yourself upon a person, you don't know what they're working on. They could be working on that very thing that you're talking to them about. You actually could be ticking them off. Or you might be talking to them on something that they find fragile. Maybe it's uncomfortable for them. Maybe it's something that they're wrestling with. Here's a little tip when dealing with people. When you're easygoing, and if a person wants to talk to you, they'll talk to you. They want to know something, they'll ask. Nothing wrong in when you're sharing conversation and whatnot with a person, and you're doing a light back and forth. And sometimes it is going to be situations where you impart knowledge. I'm not talking about not imparting any type of knowledge or you dumbing yourself down. I'm talking about strictly these situations, these people that try to just shove things down your throat. And it was just another angle that I wanted to look at there. This same thing that you may be trying to shove down their throat, they may be working on. They may be even more proficient at it or have more knowledge about it than you. I think I have covered that portion in another video. Matter of fact, I'm sure that I have. Because I remember talking about in that other video how you can basically look foolish. Really show that you know less than you're leading on to know. And that brings me to the other point of this video. When you're doing that, and despite whatever the person may or may not be working on, whether they give you, whether they put you in your place, have you, sitting up there with egg on your face for whatever it is that you were trying to prove to them, you got to ask yourself, why am I doing this? This is what I think about when I think about people that do that. It rings out to me clearly. Hey, look, I'm doing. Take notice of what I'm doing. I gotta. You know what? You're not noticing it, so I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you, and you should be doing. It's almost like trying to sound smarter than what you are, or. You know what? I tell you in a lot of videos not to get caught up on the reasons why people do some of the things that they do. But that was the main point that I was bringing home with a video. You might be telling a person something or trying to force something up on them in which they either are working on or they know more than you. One example, let me see how I can clean this up so I'm not really kind of getting all down. I think I'll say this. I remember it was one person. Actually, there's more than one person. There's a few people that don't know that I know that they were saying things in the background in regards to the topic that I'm talking about. But it was none of their business, so they should have shut up anyway. They had no stakes to the claim. But I remember when I already knew that I was going to marry my wife, and I knew how I was going to go about doing the proposal and what I had in the works. And I remember one person pulling me to the side, first time met me. First time meeting me and my wife. And they went on talking about how, yeah, you should get married, da 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 da. And they went sharing all of this background up on something that a wise person once told them on how, it was so much that was said in that conversation on, how you can lose a good person and this, that, and the third, and so forth. And really, my jaw was on the floor. I'm like, wow, you don't know how long this has been going on. You don't know anything. What put you in the place? And, with them saying it in front of my wife, I actually, because I didn't want to first of all, I don't have to explain anything to anybody. But I wasn't wanting to reveal my hand on what I was already planning to do with my wife. So, I waited, she kind of turned away, and I'm looking at him like, would you shut up? I got this. I already got something in the world. I'm just like, you're just talking and talking. Shut up. Of course, I didn't say all that, because me saying all that, she was within earshot. But I'm just like, you're not telling me anything that I don't know. We're the same age. This ain't my first rodeo. Shut up. And that brings me to, like I said, to my point. And then, wait a minute. Before I go further, I want to say later down the road, something happened with this individual. And I'm like, now, you're sitting here talking to me in regards to the marriage, and you ain't handling your business. It really rubs people the wrong way. And with the walking away, when we had that understanding upon, with the way that walking away with it, it was like, you've not shown me anything. You've really turned me off on anything that you're saying. Not in regards to that marriage. My mind was made up on that. It wasn't going to sway me one way or the other. With that, I got a call coming through. But it was just like, hey, you don't know. Now, of course, I wasn't telling them to shut up. Like I said, my wife is right there in earshot, but it was just like, man. And then, they stopped. I'm just like, man. I don't know if I want to share this. It's other people. It's other people that I'll state. You know what? I'm not even going down because I'm already exhausted and I want to end this video. How long is it? Yeah. I already spoke long enough up on it. I think you got my point. The point that I was bringing home in the continuation of this video is you don't know what a person is working on. So, hey, mind your own business. Huh? How about doing that? Mind your own business. End the video. I'm fixing to get back to this walk. Stay encouraged, avoid being discouraged. Don't be clicking on people. Keep you cool. Don't get pulled all out of your character and drug into your emotions. Watch your tone. Watch your dollar. Hey, don't let nobody pull you out of you being the best you possible. Okay? I think I needed to put that disclosure on there because I wasn't trying to sound like I sounded ugly. And it goes against everything that I'm talking up on here. But I think you got the point. Stay encouraged. Avoid being discouraged. Y'all have a good one.